Man, what it do with y'all boys YouTube? It's your boy Stacks Reacts, and I'm back with another banger. As y'all know, man, your boy Stacks been reacting to Abzsav Tables Turn 1.0 and 2.0. So you know I had to get the backstory. Then we got 3.0 that's gonna drop in a couple days. You already know how that goes, man. So look, if y'all new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into it.
UK drill fans are going wild right now after a West London rapper called Absev dropped probably the rudest 3 songs to ever come out. In today's video, we are going into the backstory of these 3 diss tracks, which will clear up a lot about why they are so violent.
Let's go. Get into it. First of all, I just want to say, Abzav's his songs that he dropped, the tables turn disrespectful as fuck. Most disrespectful shit I ever seen in my life, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Y'all let me know if y'all have seen anything any more disrespectful from the UK drill side of things. Let me know, because I need to see it, because I think Abzsav is one most disrespectful, bro, to me.
Called Absev dropped probably the rudest 3 songs to ever come out. In today's video, we are going into the backstory of these 3 diss tracks, which will clear up a lot about why they are so violent. Let's
gotta be, bro. We gotta get the backstory. Gotta let me know. Kid Nerd, this is the best plug ever.
So if you're not up to date, like I said before, West London rapper Abzsav just dropped 3 of the rudest diss tracks to ever come out. So rude and disrespectful that it's even opening the question of if dissing the dead should be illegal. Now I know.
I'm telling you, bruh, it's one of those. When you playing with a skeleton in a video, bruh, you don't give a fuck about nobody, bruh. It's gotta be deep. It's gotta be deep, bro.
Just dropped 3 of the rudest diss tracks that ever come out. So rude and disrespectful that it's even opening the question of if dissing the dead should be illegal.
That's crazy. That's not surprising.
You guys probably have not heard the songs, so I put them on the screen now. But we'll be breaking them down and going through the history behind all of this. So the rapper who dropped.
Okay, listen, y'all. When he starts talking about 3.0, I think I might end the video because I haven't reacted to that song yet, so I kind of want to have like a fresh intake of it. But I mean, it might not be that big of a deal. We'll just see how it goes whenever we get to it.
These tunes is a rapper called Absev, who's from an area called Northolt at the edge of West London. And from the outside in, it doesn't look like the worst area, but Northolt is home to Absev's gang, N Gang is also part of a bigger gang across the London borough of Ealing, which is a collective of members from towns in Ealing called Southall, Greenford, and of course Northolt. The reason they're called 156 is because the areas covered in the gang are UB1, UB5, and UB6 postcodes. Okay. 156 beef quite a lot of West London, especially its surrounding areas, but they're mainly in.
Y'all also told me that 156 is like kind of intertwined with Active Gang. That's what y'all told me, so that's what I'm taking from this. We got, I guess, work rate is in 156 as well.
156 beef quite a lot of West London, especially its surrounding areas, but they're mainly into it with a gang from Rayners Lane, which is a 7-minute drive from Northolt, where Absev is from.
7
but
minutes?
156 are better known for their feud with another gang from West London called CGM, which is infamously the gang of
CGM. I think CGM is Digga D's gang. It looked like they was Crips because they was waving around the blue rags in one of Digga D's videos that I saw. So I don't know, man, but we gonna see. I think that's what he was getting to. My bad, y'all, for pausing.
From Rayners Lane, which is a 7-minute drive from Northolt.
7 minutes is crazy.
But 156 are better known for their feud with another gang from West London called CGM, which is infamously the gang of the big rapper Digga D.
I knew it.
Despite the beef between Rayners Lane and 156 being more personal, most people are probably familiar with CGM and 156 issues, mainly just because CGM are much more well known than Rayners Lane, with CGM rapper Digga D hitting mainstream type of views on this.
Man, when you have like artists that are in these gangs that are like as mainstream as Digga D is, bro, it is so like difficult to see like other people from around there beef with them because they have so much money and they're able to do so much more stuff, like drop bags on people's heads. They got the best guns, they got the best everything. Like, it's just crazy to me to think about it, because I saw a video the other day. It was like one of King Von's ops. He was talking about how he didn't even want to beef with King Von anymore because he was just taking it too far. Like, they had like military guns and shit. Like, he was saying they had Glocks with switches on them, but they coming through with big shit. Like, bro, it's just crazy to think about. I don't want to beef with no mainstream artist gang ever, bro.
At the beef between Rainers Lane and 156 being more personal, most people are probably familiar with CGM and 156 issues, mainly just because CGM are much more well known than Rainers Lane, with CGM rapper Digga D hitting mainstream type of views on his songs, and other members like Rack 5 and Horrid 1 hitting decent numbers as well. But a big reason to do with CGM's blow up on the scene was actually to do with one.
Okay, I've never heard of Rack 5 and Horrid 1, so if they have some good songs, y'all be sure to leave them in the comment section. If they ask, don't even bring them up. So
CGM rapper Digga D hitting mainstream type of views on his songs, and other members like Rack 5 and Horrid 1 hitting decent numbers as well. But a big reason to do with CGM's blow up on the scene was actually to do with 156. CGM burst onto the scene around 2016 to 17 under their old group's name 1011, and they blew up faster than any other group at the time, gaining millions upon millions of views in some of their first songs as a group. But one of the main reasons for CGM's blow up was due to a murder which took place in the beef between Rainers Lane and 156. On April 11th, 2017, a 156 member called T-Wiz barely even just walked out of his northholt.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I hear T-Wiz's name so fucking much. It's finally like good to be able to see what happened. I'm sorry, y'all, but this is crazy.
Millions upon millions of views in some of their first songs as a group. But one of the main reasons for CGM's blow up was due to a murder which took place in the beef between Rainers Lane and 156. On April 11th, 2017, a 156 member called T-Wiz barely even just walked out of his Northholt home until he was approached by two Rainers Lane members. T-Wiz was heard arguing with the two Rainers Lane members before he was stabbed in his stomach. The two attackers then fled the scene, and sadly, T-Wiz died later that day. CGM blew up a lot on the early song.
I can't imagine getting stabbed in my stomach, nigga. I'm reaching for that flick. Stop playing with us. Come on, man.
T-Wiz was heard arguing with the two Rainers Lane members before he was stabbed in his stomach. The two attackers then fled the scene, and sadly, T-Wiz died later that day. CGM blew up a lot on the early songs due to this death, with CGM mocking him in every song, making the name T-Wiz a well-known name in the UK just off his death. CGM even mocked T-Wiz so much that members were even banned from saying his name in any future songs. One of the killers of
They can do that. They can ban people from saying like other people's name and songs. I did not know that. Is it that bad? Like, is that deep? Like, how does that even work? Y'all let me know in the comment section. How does that work? How can you ban somebody's name from being said in a song?
With CGM mocking him in every song, making the name T-Wiz a well-known name in the UK just off his death. CGM even mocked T-Wiz so much that members were even banned from saying his name in any future songs. One of the killers of T-Wiz was a Rainers Lane member called T-Rose, and him and the other guy actually managed to beat the murder case due to self-defense.
Oh, okay. T-Rose is Okay.
T-Wiz was a Rainers Lane member called T-Rose, and him and the other guy actually managed to beat the murder case due to self-defense. After beating the case, T-Rose then went on to make a drill song about the murder, while also recreating the scene of the murder in the music video. And even while years went by after T-Wiz's murder, 156 members were still out to get him. T-Rose moved around 3 hours.
Okay, 156 beefing with Rainers Lane. Rainers Lane approached T-Wiz. T-Wiz was 156. So I'm guessing T-Wiz was Abzav's, I keep saying AB, Abzav's homie that got killed. Okay. Let's not go into detail too quick. Okay.
Song about the murder, while also recreating the scene of the murder in the music video. And even while years went by after T-Wiz's murder, 156 members were still out to get him. T-Rose moved around 3 hours from London to a small town called Telford. 156 caught wind of this and rid out 3 hours to Telford.
That's
caught
crazy.
T-Rose and shot him to death. 3 years after the murder of T-Wiz. 2 hours before T-Rose's death on the
Bro, you know it's deep when niggas drive 3 hours to get to you, bro. It's deep, bro. I ain't driving 3 hours to do shit. I barely want to drive 3 hours to go back to my hometown. You think I want to drive 3 hours to go smoke a nigga? That shit deep.
156 caught wind of this and rid out 3 hours to Telford, caught T-Rose and shot him to death. 3 years after the murder of T-Wiz. 2 hours before T-Rose's death on the 13th of October. Back in London, another batch of 156 members were also driving around Hayes with a shotgun and revolver, looking for members of another rival gang to 156 called Purple Haze, when they spotted someone who allegedly had links to the gang called Shaq. The members in the car then proceeded.
Bro, it's always somebody named Shaq in the gang, bro. It's crazy. I hear that name Shaq so much. Like, how do I even get this nickname?
Was his death on the 13th of October. Back in London, another batch of 156 members were also driving around Hayes with a shotgun and revolver, looking for members of another rival gang to 156 called Purple Haze. When they spotted someone who allegedly had links to the gang called Shaq, the members in the car then proceeded to shoot Shaq multiple times with the revolver, sadly killing him on the scene. The car was then dumped, doused with petrol.
What is this? The 1960s niggas riding around with revolvers? What the fuck? And a shotgun. I'd be scared of a shotgun. That's normal, but a revolver? That's crazy. I think a revolver only hold like 5 bullets.
Who allegedly had links to the gang called Shaq. The members in the car then proceeded to shoot Shaq multiple times with the revolver, sadly killing him on the scene. The car was then dumped, doused with petrol, and burnt a few miles away from the shooting. 5 people have been charged with this murder so far, including a 13-year-old boy, but are yet to go to trial. Abzsav mentioned both T-Wiz and Shaq's murder in his Table Turns 1 song, saying 24 hours 2 got dropped. And even at the start of his second diss track, he mocks T-Rose by pretending he's a skeleton.
Oh my
the reason
God,
for this
bro.
was because a couple years back, CGM member Horrid One mocked T-Wiz by pretending he's a skeleton of him. See, a year before the double murder of Shaq and T-Rose, the tables were very much turned in this feud. Now, if you listen to CGM rapper Digga D's tunes, you'll probably hear or see him mentioning a guy called JoJo, or you might have seen him with a diamond ring with the words Free JoJo engraved in it. Well, JoJo was a Rainers Lane member who was getting into it heavy with 156.
JoJo
so much that the feds had to relocate.
JoJo look crushed in the mouth.
Seen him with a diamond ring with the words Free JoJo engraved in it. Well, JoJo was a Rainers Lane member who was getting into it heavy with 156. So much that the feds had to relocate him more than an hour away from Rainers Lane to East London and Ilford to keep him out of trouble after he caught a couple cases. But unfortunately, this didn't stop him from getting into it with 156 members, which was clear on November the 18th, 2017. On this day, JoJo left his Ilford home carrying a black motorcycle helmet at 4:45 PM and got a train from Ilford to Northolt, territory of the 156 gang. He then met up with 3 friends, and around 10 PM, with 2 mopeds and shanks, they started to circle around Northolt looking for 156 members. Unfortunately, on some bad timing, some affiliates of 156 just happened to grab some drinks from a shop and were heading back to their friend's house to enjoy their Saturday night. When they got to a road called Newnham Close in Northolt, which was the same road their friend T-Wiz happened to be stabbed to death a few months back, JoJo and his friends spotted the group and jumped off their mopeds to try and catch up to them. The 156 group split up and started running for their lives. But once JoJo and his friends got back on their mopeds looking for the group, they managed to spot an 18-year-old called Jason Isaacs in a dead end separated from his group, which resulted with Jason being stabbed 8 times from a...
Oh my God, bro, imagine that. Imagine being him in that moment, bro. You running from them and you thinking you done got away. You hit a dead end and you hear them goddamn pads hit that motherfucking corner. There ain't nothing you can do about it, bro. Your ass is grass and they the motherfucking lawnmower. Your ass is grass, nigga.
Mopeds to
I
try
don't want to
catch
be a
up
game
to them.
member.
The 156 group split up and started running for their lives. But once JoJo and his friends got back on their mopeds looking for the group, they managed to spot an 18-year-old called Jason Isaacs in a dead end separated from his group, which resulted with Jason being stabbed 8 times from a sword and machete. Jason managed to get himself to a friend's house and eventually to a hospital, but a few days later, sadly, he was pronounced dead. The mopeds from the attack were dumped but later recovered by police. And once the forensic team investigated them, JoJo's blood was discovered on one of the bikes. Not only that, but when the feds pulled up to JoJo's house, they recovered the same puffer jacket, hoodie, and helmet which was shown on the CCTV from the attack. JoJo was eventually charged with the murder, but the only issue was that there was 3 more people to catch. The evidence was crazy on JoJo, but the feds didn't want him just to go down for the murder. But JoJo refused to testify against his friends, and ultimately was sentenced to life with a minimum of 20 years. Just like T-Wiz, Jay was heavily...
JoJo kept it solid, bro. I ain't gonna cap. I wonder who them other 2 people is that was involved in that murder. That's a real solid member, bro. I see why he got his name engraved on his rings, because when you jump into that life, bro, you know some people gonna snitch. Like, you see the Young Thug case and everything. It's just crazy how people want to be so gangster, but when it come to, like, being in the room and having to get on the stand. Niggas really taking the stand and snitching on their homeboys, but he kept it solid. Salute to you, JoJo. I ain't gonna care.
On JoJo, but the feds didn't want him just to go down for the murder, but JoJo refused to testify against his friends and ultimately was sentenced to life with a minimum of 20 years. Just like T-Wiz, Jay was heavily mocked in songs, mainly from Rainer's Lane members, with no type of remorse for the 2 young lives which were lost, and you could tell mentally this really took a toll on Absev, who had just lost 2 of his friends. In the recent interview he just done with Fumes the Engineer, he talks about how people were dissing his friends for years, and back then for a lot of people it was all fun and games, without anyone realizing that certain guys actually lost a friend in real life. He goes on to say that the reason he called these diss tracks Tables Turned because he was just replying to all the—
And then when they get to dissing your homies and stuff, bro, like, or dissing they homies and stuff, like people around the world, like that shit be going global when you got mainstream artists study dissing dead people. For example, Lil Durk dissing Tuka. Like, many people be saying they smoking Tuka. They don't even know who this is. They don't know his family. They don't know his mom grieving, everything like that. Like, it's just crazy. So him dropping them songs like that, Tables Turn, like it was crazy. But I mean, he was grieving, bro. Like, I don't know what they expect. Like, I don't think it's overboard at all.
Fun and games, without anyone realizing that certain guys actually lost a friend in real life. He goes on to say that the reason he called these diss tracks Tables Turned because he was just replying to all the disses his gang has been getting for years. And when we actually look at the lyrics of his Tables Turned songs, you can see that a lot of disses actually go lyric to lyric with the same disses opposition gangs have said previously, but obviously just changed up to fit the agenda of his gang. But despite all of this, some people still think Abzsav went too overboard, talking about a lot of sensitive situations, like a CGM member called AP's mum dying. He then even goes into dissing big UK drill rapper Russ by pretty much saying CGM can't try what they done to Russ, with him dissing AP's mum. A bit of backstory on this: basically around 2 years ago, just like Absev, drill rapper Russ also dissed AP's mum in the group chat between Russ and CGM members. At the time, Russ was cool with CGM, mainly because his right hand, another drill rapper called Taze, is cousins with a couple CGM members. After dissing AP's mum, Russ had the show, but after decided to go to CGM's block, thinking he's still cool with them. But the tables turned and CGM members robbed Russ for his chain.
Damn.
For a period of time, it seemed like 156 and Russ were cool though, with a 156 member called Nito MB, even featuring on the remix of Russ's hit single 630. But once the song came out, Nito started demanding all over his socials that he wants the song to be taken down, which it eventually was. But despite these CGM and Russ disses, it's clear that Rainer's Lane was the biggest focal point on these songs, with countless disses towards them, mentioning situations like a double shooting on Rainer's Lane members in 2018, or when 5156 members ran into a kebab shop and shot at a couple Rainer's Lane members in 2020. But
they ran into a kebab shop and shot them niggas, bro. They savages. Oh my god.
Rainer's Lane members in 2018. Or when 5156 members ran into a kebab shop and shot at a couple Rainer's Lane members in 2020. But one of the most painful disses was on a situation that took place quite recently, on the 11th of June 2021. A 15-year-old Rainer's Lane member who went by the name J Taps was on his way to school around 8:30 in the morning when he unfortunately bumped into a 156 member. In video footage, which is way too graphic to post on, you can see the two get into a tussle, which ended with J Taps being stabbed multiple times and soaked in the blood of Paul in his own school clothes. This was literally broad daylight in front of herds of kids.
Broad daylight, you get stabbed in in your school clothes, nigga. Damn, he can't even put on his hoop, man. God forgive me for saying that, bro. But damn, dude, that's deep. If he brought that up, that's crazy.
J Taps being stabbed multiple times and soaked in the blood of Paul in his own school clothes. This was literally broad daylight in front of herds of kids making their way towards school. After the stabbing, the kid ran away from the scene, with even builders who are working on the site nearby trying to catch up to the kid until the police came. A 156 member called Slims is currently awaiting trial for this murder, who was also only 15 and was making his way to school, which is crazy to think that this feud is running so deep that school kids from each side
They're
are turning on
crazy.
each other. In Absav's second diss track, he even mocked J Taps for not making it to his 16th birthday, which is sad to know that somebody so young lost their life to this feud. Just before J Taps' death, he was seen in a couple pictures throwing up gang signs, and literally just a few days before his death, he was seen in the Rainers Lane music video called For Real, which would have.
Well, J Taps, man, it's hard to feel sorry for you when you was in this shit, bro. You throwing up the gang signs, you in the videos, you in this shit, nigga. That's what happens. That's the consequences.
Just throwing up gang signs.
That's why I stay my ass in the house and I record my videos.
Literally just a few days before his death, he was seen in the Rainers Lane music video called For Real, which would have made him a target for 156 members. Apart from Rainers Lane, Absev also takes a dig at pretty much half of West London. Areas like West Drayton, South Acton and Wildstone, who are all lesser known areas to have conflicts with 156, which really makes you deep how much beef 156 actually have. But I want to know what everybody thinks of these tracks. Do people think Absev went too far on these? Or do people think it's justified due to the previous mocking of his friends? And most importantly, do people think these tracks are even worth it? It's definitely got the whole community talking and hearing about Absev, which could work to his favour in his future career. But with the police taking down his songs, his YouTube channel and even...
No matter what happens, bro, they could take down the songs. His name gonna always be in circulation. He always gonna get views. He always gonna go crazy from now on just from doing this. He done set himself up. I ain't gonna cap. It's called marketing.
It's definitely...
This shit is real, but it's marketing. I'm a marketing major. Trust me, this is marketing.
Got the whole community talking and hearing about Absev, which could work to his favour in his future career. But with the police taking down his songs, his YouTube channel and even his TikTok, he's probably gonna have trouble in the future making any songs without them being taken down, with the police pretty much having control of what is allowed to be put out there. These tracks also might get him blackballed from the industry, with a lot of labels and shows not really wanting to get involved with controversial artists, which can mess up their brand, which may even prevent other artists from wanting to work with him also. I do think
that's very true, bro. Your brand is who you are, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, whoever you work for, whatever label you sign to, you represent those people. Those people are you. That's your brand. Like, you can't have that. For real.
Really wanting to get involved with controversial artists, which can mess up their brand, which may even prevent other artists from wanting to work with him also. I do think Absev is a very talented artist, and if he plays his cards right, he could capitalize on the boost of clout he's now got. But if he doesn't, he's in danger of letting these tracks overshadow his career. It's been your boy Kid Nerd, and peace out. I've partnered up with Atlas VPN.
Alright, man, look. Absev, I ain't gonna lie. If you can switch it up and go mainstream music, you might be able to still make some shade. But from the looks of this, man, I ain't gonna lie. Them tracks probably gonna blackball you from the industry. I'm just being completely 100 with you. But I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, the stuff he was saying was overboard, but now that I see the whole backstory of everything, to me, I feel like he was just grieving, bro. He was going off what he felt, which I 100%, like, I don't think it's wrong to diss the dead regardless, but what he said, grieving for his people that he lost and the people was dissing his dead homies for years, he was just responding, bro. That's all I see it as a response. I'm not picking no sides, but I don't think it was wrong. I'm just saying. But if y'all new to the channel, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Your boy Stacks is out of here. Peace.